that you can just sit in comfortably. Make sure you've got some space, some bands. These are the bands that I'm going to be using. If you have the ones that have the handles on them, that's going to work totally fine as well. Don't forget your water bottle too. I'll make sure to give you some opportunities to grab a drink in there. And that's about it. I have two different kind of resistance bands here. One's a little bit lighter and one's a little bit heavier. We will be doing some upper body and lower body exercises with them. So the lower body, you may want to use the thicker one. For the upper body, maybe the thinner one. But if you only have one, the trick to make a lighter band feel more difficult is just bring your hands closer together. So my hands closer together here is going to make this tension a little bit more. The further out they are, the easier it's going to be. So take those, put them off to the side. I'm going to hang them up back there. And then the most important part of your workout is let's get that hair pulled back, because you know what it means, ladies. If we get that hair pulled back in a ponytail, man, we mean business. And we're here to work right now. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with our warm up here, and then we have 3 sets of exercises that we're going to go through 2 times and then get into our cool down. First thing to warm up with is going to be our seated marches. Now, you can always stand up and do this. I'm going to show you a couple options back and forth between the two, but you can always stand up if you like. We're really just trying to get that heart rate going a little bit, get the joints kind of moving and grooving. It's a Monday morning. You know, we got to get all that synovial fluid being nice and happy. You can also start adding your arms here if you like. We got 10 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's take our arms. We're going to reach them up nice and high, all the way up. Take a nice big deep breath. Bring it all the way down. Stretch out that back. Let's do that one more time. Arms reach all the way up. And come all the way back down. Back up into some torso twists. So we're just going to look over to the side here. And my disclaimer, as always, if you have any type of osteoporosis, switch sides, or osteopenia, you need to make sure you're very careful with this twisting motion. Let's go back to the other side. And back over. And our favorite part, some shoulder rolls. Let's do 5 going back. And let's do 5 going forward. This should feel really good, especially if you're sitting kind of like this all day, or you've been driving all weekend. We'll do some side to side neck. And some gentle circles to the left. Let's go 2 to the left. And then we're going to go 2 to the right. And something I like to add when we're doing any type of strength work is some wrist circles here. So do 5 one direction, 5 the other direction. Let's go back 5 the first direction, and then 5 that way. And we're going to finish up with 5 sit to stand. So we're going to stand all the way up and all the way back down. If you're looking for a little bit more intense, just getting out full frame there version, you can just stand up, and we're just going to hit some body weight squats. Let's get 5 more. Nice and gentle. Remember, when you're doing a body weight squat, it should be just like you're trying to sit into that chair, but obviously we're not going to. Or sit and stand. Excellent. We're going to start off with a lighter band if you have it for our first circuit. Everything we're going to do is just be with this lighter band today. Let's hit up some seated rows. So I'm going to take the band, I'm going to wrap it around my feet here. I like to, since my band's a little long, kind of wrap it around my hands like so. The further out my feet, the more tension you're going to have. The closer in, the less tension. And we're going to hit up 12. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second. 12 seated rows. So as we come in, chest up, shoulder blades down and back, we're going to pull back, thumbs to that rib cage, and let go. Now you'll notice when I let go, I do so with control. You don't want to just like snap back and forth. This is a very common mistake that I see in strength training. because where you build the most strength is during this slow, what we call eccentric phase. So up, squeeze, make sure we're not being like a turtle in our turtle shell. And we're pulling back and in, back and in. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Go ahead and bring that off. We got about a 10-second rest. We're going to go into our next one. 2 options here. You can do this seated with the band underneath your feet, or you can also do this standing. I'm going to show you the first round seated and the second round standing. We're going into some overhead presses. So thumbs to your shoulders. We're going to press all the way up and all the way back down. Up and back down. Now, when you do this, what I would like for you to do is don't have your elbows way back. Don't have them kind of forward, 45 degrees. This is the natural, what we call scaption plane for our scapula. And it's going to be a nice even distribution between our shoulders and our back and traps. Now, if having it on your feet is too much, keep going. If you are at home, you can always just sit on your band as well. And that's going to give you a little bit less resistance. Let's get 5 more here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake that out for a second. Probably feeling a little bit of burn towards the back here. So we hit up our back, we hit up our shoulders. Let's hit up the chest now. Band can either go behind your back, or I like to put it behind my chair here, just to get a little bit more. And again, I'm going to wrap it around my wrists and my hands a little bit because my band's a little long. Knuckles facing forward, kind of in that punching position. Make sure the band is right at about armpit height, and we're going to press forward and back, forward and back. I like to put it behind the chair because then it's not digging into my back at all. Forward and back. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more difficult, keep one arm out and then just alternate back and forth like that. When you are doing this, you want to think that you're trying to reach the band forward. So we're getting that last little bit of range of motion there. Squeeze your chest, squeeze, lower down slowly. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and let go of that. Ooh, I'm stuck there. We're going to go back into our shoulders here, and I'm going to show you 2 options again for this. First one you can do is seated. Put it back underneath your feet. You're probably going to want to hold on to the very ends of this because your deltoids, so this muscle right here, it's kind of a smaller muscle. It can't handle a huge load, so you're going to fatigue pretty quickly. So you can put band underneath, and all we're going to do is raise up and come all the way back down. Up, back down. You can also stand for this as well if you have a little bit more range of motion and you're looking to get a little bit more tension. Up and down. Now you'll notice I'm just stopping at about shoulder height or slightly above. My wrist is coming just slightly above there. When we're trying to work those middle delts, that's all you really need to get to. Again, we're not sinking our head down. We're keeping everything up nice and tall. Let's get 4 more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Excellent. Go ahead and shake that out real quick. Let's grab a sip of water real fast. You got about 10 seconds, and we're going to repeat those 4 exercises again. All right. So first one we did was our seated rows. Remember, legs out. It's going to be a little bit more difficult because you got more tension. Legs in, a little bit less. Let's slightly hinge over. So if you look at me from this side, I'm here and I just slightly hinge over. Chest up, shoulder blades down and back, and we're pulling up and back down. Now, much like that chest press I showed you earlier, you could hold one up and maybe decide to kind of go back and forth like this if you want. Okay. I wrapped my hands around again because I can use a little bit more tension I want to feel with the bands, you really want to feel the tension at the top and then still be able to feel a little bit of tension at the bottom. Up and back. Excellent work. Let's get 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Go ahead and undo that a little bit. We're going into our overhead presses. Seated is an option. Remember, they're going to look like this. If you want to stand, I would suggest just putting the band underneath one foot and giving yourself a little bit of room for resistance. We got 12 of them. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. Press up and down. 2, 3. I'm going to show half of them standing and half of them sitting. 4. Big squeeze up. 5, 6. I'll show you the last 6 kind of seated. Keep doing whatever it is that you are enjoying. Now, I know that we're kind of hitting up the upper body right now, but that doesn't mean we forget about that core. If you've taken my videos before, you know that I talk about trying to think about squeezing those hip bones together, pull that belly button in nice and tight. Last one, and maintain that position the entire time. Whew. Shake that out for a second. Moving into our chest press, option to put it behind your chair here if you like. Remember, everything that we're doing, go at your own pace. If it takes you a little bit longer to kind of get into the position, that's totally fine. We're going to go, I wrapped them the wrong way here. We're going to, my brain is not working to figure out how to wrap these. We're going to go knuckles facing forward and press and back in. Press, squeeze, and back in. Oh, and in. Now, option, remember, I told you you could do kind of the alternating back and forth as well, too. If you're doing this later on, maybe you do that as an option. Try to get 12 on each side. Or if you want to just stick with what we were doing before, up and in, that works too. Now, I like to, when I do this, any type of chest move really, is once I get to the very front here, I like to kind of give it a little squeeze, knuckles touch, and then come back. That just kind of gives that last little contraction in your chest at the end range of motion. 2 and 1. Beautiful. Good. All right, shake that out real quick. Roll those shoulders. We got one more exercise in this first round. Lateral raises. Remember, small muscle group, it cannot handle a wide variety of loads. So we're going to go hands all the way to the end here. Now, standing or sitting, whichever you like, but we're going to come up and back down. Up. If you're feeling a little spicy today and you want a little something extra, try an up, halfway, back up, and down. Up, halfway. That helps increase the time under tension. You can always stick with where you are currently doing as well. Up. Remember, hip bones together, pull that belly in tight. A bad habit that I have sometimes is when I'm doing standing stuff, I tend to arch my back. So you see how I'm kind of like pressed out like that. And I really need to make sure to consciously think about squeeze, keep my rib cage down, and stay stacked here. 2 more. Let's go. 1 and 2. Let's do a little surprise here real quick. Bottom half, we're going to do 15 reps. Bottom half, so come out just wide enough where you feel some tension. And we're going to go 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. I love adding some little pulses like that at the end of something, especially like shoulders, because it kind of just pushes more blood flow into the area. Let's give our upper body a break and hit up some lower body. So I'm going to grab my thicker band for my lower body because I can just handle a little bit more tension. So thicker band, everything kind of stays the same with it. It's just a little bit more resistance. So first thing we are going to do is a sit to stand, which can kind of look like a banded squat or so. I'll show you 2 options, one of sitting and the other of just standing normal. So Band underneath your feet, grab onto it. We're just gonna stand and then come right back down. Make sure your feet are at an okay spot so that you're able to find that chair. I've definitely done some live videos before where I was not in the right spot and missed the chair on my way back down. Now, if you don't want to use the chair, we're just gonna little squat and then come all the way back up. Okay, squat, stand back up. My arms are staying stationary where they are. Notice I try to keep my shoulders in line with my knees. So I'm not bending forward like this. I'm not coming forward like that. Straight down, straight up. In 3, squeeze that butt. In 2, squeeze that butt again. In 1, rest. Good. Let's get a little cardio in real quick while we give that body a break with some modified switch jacks. So we're just going to go touch and touch, touch and touch. By all means, if you can do regular jumping jacks here, that's totally fine. I'm going to stick with this for 3 more on each side. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Grab that band again, and we're going to go back into our legs. So this time, we're going to do a little bit of an opposite motion of what we just did. Option, hold your band here. You are going to have to probably stand for this, or I like to kind of gather it at my chest here. We're going to soft bend in the knees. So go from locked to unlock, and all I'm doing is I'm pushing my hips back, squeeze my glutes, stand back up. Now, what we did in the first round or the first leg exercise was more of a squat. So that was getting more of our quads, our inner thighs, our calves, and a little bit of our glutes. This here is what we're going to call a good morning or kind of a banded deadlift. This is more focused on my hamstrings, my calves, my glutes, and my low back. So think that you're trying to push the door closed with your butt because you're carrying a bunch of groceries in. 3 more, big squeeze up. 2 more, and 1 more. Good. Go ahead and relax. And we're going to put this aside. We're going to grab our light one for this because this is still going to be a lower body exercise, working primarily hip flexors, balance, and core. 2 options here. You can start, let me back up a little bit so you can see, with the band above. And all we're going to do is we're going to lift, open, and come back down. Open, come back down. Now, if balance is an issue for you, okay, option here is just open and close here. Other option is just to hold on and just get your marches in place like that. All right, pick your poison. I'll do a little bit of everything. We got 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm going to switch to this other one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Grab some water real quick. That is the end of the first round of the second set of exercises. We're going to repeat that again here in just a second. So I got my thick girl band back here. I'm going to put my feet on it because we're going to go those sit to stands or those body weight squats, whichever one you like. So wrap it up, sit up nice and tall, hip bones, squeeze them together, pull that belly button in. We're standing up and sitting all the way back down. 2, 3. Now, if you feel your heart rate going up a little bit right here, that's totally fine. This is a full body movement. It's going to tax your heart a little bit. But I did say in the beginning that this is 4 more, a strength plus cardio style workout here. 3. Let me see 2 more. Come on. 2 and 1. Excellent. Good. Shake that off real quick. Your choice. March in place or those modified switch jacks or jog or do jumping jacks. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep that heart rate up so we can get a nice little caloric burn while we're doing this little cardio workout. Get that thicker band again. We're going to stand on it, wrap it up, either hold at your sides or hold at your chest, bend the knees, hinge forward, squeeze those glutes, come up. Hinge forward, squeeze those glutes, come up. Now, something I hear from a lot of people when they're doing this exercise is that it's hurting their back. I'll show you why it's hurting your back. Notice how I am keeping a flat back and I'm pushing my hips back as I go. The mistake I see a lot of people do with this is they do this. Notice how I'm like rounding my spine to do that. No bueno. Hips back, squeeze, come up. You shouldn't feel this in your low back at all. Should be all hamstrings and glutes. Last one. And up. Excellent. Again, pick your option of what you would like to do. You want to just work on some balance. Also, I didn't tell you this during the first round, but you could always just look, touch your knee and then, or touch your toe and back up. Ready? 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I'll show the toe tap. 6, 5. Also option here. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead and set that down. We have one last set of exercises. We're going to go through these one time because they're kind of more full body-esque. Take your band. We're going to wrap it around one foot. Grab, make sure it's kind of like sort of on the ball of your foot. Grab here. We're going to knee in. Keep those arms where they're at and just do a quick leg press. There's 5. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's get some monster thighs. Thick thighs save lives. Other side here. Up nice and tall. I'm sitting as far back as I can in my chair to make sure that my back is up nice and straight. I'm rowing in, keeping my elbows high and pressing. 2, 3. Once you get down here, make a big little contraction in that quad. 2. There's 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Set that aside, grab the lighter one. Now remember, I said we're only going through this section one time because these are all full body movements. So think of this as our last little like 2-minute cardio burn. Stay or feet underneath, sit to stand with a curl. Wrap it up, stand, curl, release, back down. Stand, curl, release, back down. 10 of them. Come on. Who said just because you're older doesn't mean that we can't have sweet looking arms, right? Remember, those tank top arms are made in the winter time. So keep focusing. I know you're probably tired. I need you just to give me 2 more minutes. That's it. And then you've accomplished an awesome full body 30-minute workout for the day. And you can sit back, drink your water, eat your protein, listen to all of the other great coaching videos that are coming in today. Excellent. Go ahead, release this a little bit here. We're going to put the foot or band underneath one foot here. We're going to go 6 on one side and then 6 on the other. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to step, fly, bring it back in. Step, fly, bring it back in. Step, fly, back in. If you have some crunchies going on in those shoulders, that's okay. Just limit your range. This is still working as well too. We got one more on this side. Let's switch feet. Other side. Whoops, got stuck underneath there. Step, fly, right back down. You'll notice I'm kind of looking about 3 or 4 feet in front of me to take some of the strain off of my neck from doing sort of a rear delt fly here. Up, 2 more. Boop. Last one. And release. Last thing we're going to do is 2 movements at the same time. I know, we're working your brain on a Monday as well too. I'm going to hold the band here, and I'm going to do what we call some no monies, okay? Open up and close while we do a calf raise. So I'm going to stand, I'm going to come up, open, gently back down, up and back down. 3, 2, 1, 5 more, 5. Come on, you got it. This is our last thing, and then we're going to cool it on down. Last 2, last 1. Excellent. Go ahead and set that down to the side. Let's take a quick torso stretch over. Quick torso stretch over. Hug your knee up if you can grab it. Other side. Take your hands, tuck your chin to your chest, pretend you're diving forward. Open up that chest. Give a couple neck rolls. And that